Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Spill the D. I'm Rick, one of your hosts, and I'm joined, as always, with my beautiful co-host Gina. How are you today?
I am thriving.
Thriving.
Actually, I'm really exhausted. We went to the Phillies game yesterday and we didn't get home till 1 a.m.
I did not get a lot of sleep last night.
And then we went to work and then we did our life stuff. And now we're here with our Hannah Montana life stuff and
Best of both worlds.
best of both worlds, except when you're exhausted. But I'm
Yeah.
excited to be here. I love being here. What about you? How you doing?
I enjoy recording. I have
No,
a
me
great
too.
time doing it. So
I feel like on nights when I'm like really, really tired, we hop on to record and then I'm totally fine after.
wide awake.
I'm wide awake. I just talking about Disney. It gets me going. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy
Me
to
too.
be here.
Yeah.
Speaking of being here, if you are here to hear Disney news, not gonna lie to you, wasn't anything great this week. And the episode that we have planned of things you didn't know you could do at Walt Disney World kind of assumed it'd be a little bit of a longer one. We're only going over like 5 things today. We kind of broke the list down into 2 parts, and still I feel like we're gonna end up talking about it for a little bit
Probably.
to really explain everything and give you all the details. And obviously, we are who we are. You're gonna get our opinions on things. So there's no news. It would have been forced. It was nothing good.
Yeah, just some droids in Galaxy's Edge.
Which are adorable.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're really cute. I don't know Star Wars. I know nothing, but I know that they're really cute. They're little robots walking around. They were testing them out.
Yeah.
I like them.
Yeah, they're cool.
They're cool.
Hopefully we get some like more well-known ones, because I'm assuming these are from the show, because I have no idea what these droids are.
Do you think you know Star Wars well enough that you would have known them, though?
No, but that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. Like, I know like the main characters from like the movies and stuff, but like there's so many spin-off shows and stuff like that now that I have no idea what they are. So hopefully we get maybe like a C-3PO or R2-D2 or something like that like everybody knows. You know what I mean? To get everybody excited.
There was an R2D2 at one point.
I do remember seeing that, I think.
I think R2D2 is the one that looks like kind of like a trash can with
Yeah,
wheels.
the blue and white one.
Yeah, he walked around wheeled around at one point. He was like randomly there. They're like when they opened Galaxy's Edge, he was intended to always be around.
Yeah. There's some new droids. That's it.
I wish I understood it. I get it in the aspect of like I'm there, and when I'm there, I understand it, and I can give people
Yeah.
advice as far as like what to do while they're there. But it took me like 5 times to even understand what exactly was happening in Rise of the Resistance. So
Yeah. Well, I have good news for you. If you do want to figure it out, all you have to do is dedicate like a lot of hours to watching all of the movies and shows, and then you'll understand everything.
I already did that with Marvel, and I don't regret it. I'm officially a Marvel person, but that's still only a few years new.
Yeah.
Well, I guess more than a few now. I'm old. That was a long time ago that I
Yeah,
started
Endgame was,
watching
like
them.
5 years ago, so
Wow. Wait, really? Yeah, it was 2018.
20.
It was 2018.
19, I thought.
No, I think it was 2018.
I feel like we had this argument before.
And I still think I'm right.
I don't know. I feel like it was Infinity War.
Google it right now. Find out. I'm 99% sure it's 2018. I would bet. What do you want to bet on it?
I don't know. 2019.
Nah. Oh, thank God we didn't bet on it. I was gonna be like, I'll bet my life.
Well, I wouldn't have taken that.
I'll bet dishes for a week.
Darn it.
Thank God we didn't bet. So, yeah. So we're going to be talking today about things you didn't know that you can do in Disney. But first, let's tell you how to get to Disney. If you want to go to Walt Disney World, we are going to recommend that you use our friends at 407 and Beyond Vacation Co. to help you get there. We're the official podcast of 407 and Beyond Vacation Co. They're a Disney and Universal Orlando travel agency that books and plans family vacations to destinations such as Walt Disney World, Universal Orlando, Disney Cruise Line, and so much more. It doesn't cost anything extra to book with them. Their services are 100% free. Their vacation planners plan out all of the logistics. They do all the hard work for you so that all you have to do is show up, have fun, and create some memories. If you want to get a free no obligation quote, go to www.407vacations.com.
Go, go, go. That link will also be in the show notes.
Yes. And everything that we're about to tell you that you can do,
Yeah.
they can book it for you.
True.
If I'm about to tell you that you have to wait on the phone, They can do that for you.
They'll wait for you.
That's the
They'd
best
be more
part.
than happy to wait on the phone for you.
No, hold on. That is really the best part about vacation planners is not having to wait on Disney's hold, because the Disney music while you're on hold is fun for the first like 3 minutes. And then you're like, oh my god, if I hear A Pirate's Life for Me one more time, ugh.
Well, we were talking to some of them the other week when we were in Universal, and they were saying that they wait on hold for a long time.
Hours on hours. Hours. They save you. I think I've had to make calls to Disney where I've been on hold for well over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because it's chaos sometimes. Not all the time. It's usually when something big is happening and like maybe something dropped that day and everyone's trying to get it. Sometimes you just call it a bad time and it's when everyone else is calling too. So, yeah. I'm not going to lie though. I just complained about the hold music. I have, like, if I'm at work, I'll, like, put it in one ear on a headphone and, like, just kind of jam. Like,
just call Disney and purposely stay on hold.
Just sit on hold. No, because you start to, like, zone it out after a little bit, because I'll do it while I'm at work.
Yeah.
So it's, like, in one ear on hold, the other ear I'm actually, like, doing my work.
Uh-huh.
So, no, I am. I really am. The other ear I'm doing my work. So it's nice, because I'm doing the work, so I drown it out until someone says hello, and then I'm, like, I'm good, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that part's cool. But not everyone can do that.
No, most people can't.
No. So.
Actually, a lot of people work from home now, so.
This is true. It's the life. I love it. Living the dream.
Okay.
All right. So things you didn't know you could do at Walt Disney World. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. From our list, from looking at it, how many of these things going into it did you not know that you could do?
Most of them, to be honest.
That's exciting.
I like. We always do, like, the main things while we're there, and we don't get to go all the time since we don't live there, so we're, like, focused on getting to the parks and doing the rides and everything that's in the parks and the attractions and everything, so we don't really have as much time, or we don't make as much time, I should say, to do the extra things like this.
Which I feel like in recent years we've started to, but not to this extreme.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things on this list that I'd like to start making more time for, or that I want to do on my rest day when I'm like, hey, let's just go to the pool, or you say, let's go golfing.
Yeah.
It's, well, hey, how about we go do this instead?
Yeah.
So.
There's a lot of good options of things to do.
There definitely is. So let's go through them.
Number one.
Oh, and this list, this is like, Ric's the perfect example of if you're a casual Disney fan. Like, you love Disney, you love the Disney parks. You know more than someone who doesn't know Disney. Like, you classify yourself as a Disney adult. You're probably not going to know these things. If you're like a diehard, welcome to your refresher course. Before everyone is messaging us saying we knew all of these.
So you knew all of these before
I
you
knew
did
all
your research?
Except for one.
Are we talking
And
about it today?
we are, because that one is what gave me the idea for the episode.
Okay.
Because I was like, wait, you can do that? And I was like, what else can you do? And I was like, well, if I don't know these things, I'm sure there's so many other people in the world who don't know these things.
I have a feeling the one that you didn't know is the one that I think I would be most excited to do.
Oh, that's exciting. I'm excited to see if we're talking about the same thing. I don't think we are.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But let's see. Okay, so let's start with one that we've actually talked about on the podcast before. The capture your moment. You can have a private, semi-private. You can have a semi-private photo shoot at Walt Disney World.
Yes.
Thank you.
Can confirm.
Can confirm you can do this. So what this is you do have to schedule it with Disney, and it can happen at any of the 4 parks. If you're at Magic Kingdom, you have to be careful which package you book, because you need to pick between if you're booking Main Street USA and Cinderella Castle or Fantasyland and Cinderella Castle.
Okay.
If you book Hollywood Studios, Epcot, or Animal Kingdom, they'll give you some options on where to go. But with Magic Kingdom, it's pretty strict on where you're at for the most part, because it is a lot of crowds. So what it is it's 20 minutes of uninterrupted photos. Of if Ric and I did it, it would be 20 minutes of one photographer taking pictures of the two of us, posing us, using props that we bring.
Yeah.
We could dress nice and go. We could go in whatever we're wearing right now, because why not? Like, we just wanted to do this. It seemed fun. And it's a fully private thing. Just for you and your family, up to 8 people.
Yeah, I remember we talked about this. This is the one that I did know that you could do. We talked about this after our engagement. We had talked about doing this in Hollywood studios and dressing up in like 30s attire, which I still think we should do because that would be so fun.
Dapper Day.
Yeah, and I love seeing people walk around and doing that, and I think it'd be so cool to just take pictures on Sunset Boulevard and like cool outfits and stuff.
You
like
realize
that, so.
when men wore pants with buttons in the 30s, right? You can't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, as long as you know.
I think it would be fun.
All right, I'm just making sure you know you got to put real pants on. No shorts, no sweatpants.
That's fine. I can do that for a day.
Okay, or for a 20-minute photo shoot.
Easy.
Easy. Yeah, we did talk about it for that.
Mm-hmm.
It costs $99 for the 20 minutes. Any additional time is another $99.
Okay.
There's no kind of deal if you do like 40 minutes,
Yeah.
you don't get 10% off. Like it's $99 no matter what. And your photos aren't included in that price.
What if you have Memory Maker?
Then they are included. So any photo you take will go on to Memory Maker. They'll go on to your personal photo pass. And you have access to buy them. You have access to download them if you have bought Memory Maker. But you're not going to get any prints from this. Mm-hmm. You're not going to get you don't get Memory Maker because you did this. Mm-hmm. You need to have Memory Maker in order to get all of the photos. You could do it and not have Memory Maker, and then maybe you just wanted to get like one good photo out of it. Maybe you needed a Christmas card with your family, and you were like, I just need one.
In front of the dinosaur in Hollywood Studios.
Exactly. Her name's Gertie.
Sorry, Gertie.
Show some respect. But if that's what you want to do, like, you could just buy the one photo and get the digital download of it, and they'll print it and whatever.
It's an expensive photo, but
I know. I think it's like well over $20 or something. They offer like packages.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, if you're just going for one specific photo, you're basically paying $99 plus whatever the actual thing is for one photo.
Was it worth it?
Make it worth it.
You better make it worth it. But yeah, so this is I would say this is actually a pretty good deal. It's expensive.
Uh-huh.
It definitely is expensive. But like 20 minutes for photos is a lot more than you think.
Yeah, and if you think about it, like everybody, I think not everybody, but most people have stopped and gotten a picture with one of the Disney photographers. Whether they bought the picture or not is beside the point, but they've stopped taking a picture, seen their pictures on their My Disney Experience app, and seen how good of quality these pictures are. Like, you're not going to get a better quality picture. So if you're like we said, we talked about it after our engagement, like they're the best quality pictures that we could probably get as far as engagement pictures would have gone. So it's worth it. The money's worth it. You're paying for a really good photographer with a really good camera.
Yeah, I definitely think it can be. I can't imagine it not being. I can't imagine it not being a good time. And it's only 20 minutes out of your day. I'll say 30 minutes out of your day for check-in.
Yeah.
Going to check in with them and going there.
Yeah.
There are some rules. The main rule, you cannot wear wedding attire.
Yes. You
cannot show up in your wedding dress. Realistically, if you showed up in something that looked wedding-y, they could probably turn you away. Because you need to book their... it's like the fairy tale weddings photographer.
Yeah.
If you want the...
And that's the good.
And that's expensive.
It's more than $99.
Yeah, but you can do that. Well, it's that. And, okay, so we're getting married in Pennsylvania, but we could technically go down and bring our wedding, like my wedding dress and your tux, and we could take pictures with the professional photographers in Animal Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, or Epcot. You can't take pictures at Magic Kingdom unless you got married at Walt Disney World.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah, that's like one of their stipulations. It's one of their perks for their brides. So brides will get married at a resort on property and then schedule to go into Magic Kingdom. So like at 6 a.m, there will just be multiple brides walking around with a photographer because they're getting all these photos in. Or like, funny. Isn't that so cool though? Yeah. Like, or at the end of the night after the park closes, these brides are coming in. For their photo shoots, which I'm sure they do them mainly in the morning. I don't know why I said end of the night. That's probably more the people who are getting married at night there. But yeah, and they'll be like days after their wedding, they're coming in and they're doing these photos because that is one of the perks that you get. So that's why if you do show up in a dress that looks like a wedding dress, they might turn you away. Because they might be like, nope, sorry, it's too much. They might let you reschedule. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. I have no idea. But I know that you can't do that. If you want to book it, you can book it online or actually right through the My Disney Experience app. You do need to book 2 sessions back to back if you want more than 20 minutes. You can't just add on more time while you're there.
Yeah.
And that $99 includes tax, doesn't include tip, although the website makes it clear it says tip is not included or required.
Most of the time you probably tip, though.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
It's hard. That's hard. That's something that's like, it's a...
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I mean, you tip like a wedding photographer, so
yeah.
Makes sense. But yeah, there's so many different locations. You can bring appropriate props in. Mm-hmm. So they have a whole, if you go on the website, they have a full list of rules for attire and props, which is really helpful. And like I said, 8 per session, 8 people.
All right, question. Mm-hmm. Would you rather go to Sunset Boulevard dressed in 20/30s attire and get pictures there, or go to Animal Kingdom dressed as safari people and get pictures there?
Safari. Here's my logic is really bad because the photos at Sunset Boulevard would be so much cooler. I don't think I would look good in those clothes. I don't think.
But then you get to wear the corset.
I don't think they wore corsets in the 30s.
You don't think?
I don't know. Like 1630s or 1930s?
1930s. I don't know. Did girls not wear corsets in the 1930s?
Corset.
Maybe in Britain. I don't know. I guess you have to go to Epcot for that one.
I'm like picturing. I'm thinking about like Agent Carter. I don't think she ever wore a corset.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think those clothes would look very good on me. I'd rather just go on Sunset Boulevard in a pretty outfit and take a picture. Maybe like something sparkly.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like sparkly works with Hollywood.
Like a flapper dress.
If I was in the 40s, I'd be a flapper. Or the 30s.
They got fun dresses.
They do. But yeah, so I think that I would like the safari vibes more in that aspect. But on a normal day, like if I could wear a normal outfit, I'm picking Sunset Boulevard.
Just a nice sundress or something.
Yeah, I'm picking Sunset Boulevard any day if that's the logic. Okay. What about you?
I don't know. I've been like on this weird kick and / obsession with like that era, so I think I'd have to go with like the 1930s in Hollywood.
It's so funny because when we originally talked about doing photos there, we did not talk about dressing like 1930s.
I thought we did.
No, this is the first I'm hearing of this. I've just been like kind of like playing it cool, like yeah, we totally did that, but like now that you brought it up again, no, we never did.
I thought we did.
No, never talked about it.
I have this whole elaborate plan to open up a 30s themed bar. It's gonna be great.
What are you gonna call it?
I don't know yet, but I'm gonna get like singers and everything. It's gonna be great.
Okay. Do you think it's gonna survive?
Yeah.
All right.
I think the nostalgia will keep it going.
Yeah, I have nostalgia for the 30s. Look, I got your back. Whatever you want to do.
I think it'd be fun.
You're on a podcast with me now. I'll do
and whatnot.
Dancing, and we'll take swing lessons.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll teach swing lessons.
They will have swing lessons at this bar.
We'll hire someone to teach swing lessons.
Exactly.
Or we'll just do it and we'll make everyone fall. Because we don't know what we're doing.
We'll talk about it later. It's a pretty lucrative idea.
Yeah, we don't want the listeners to take our idea if they live local to us.
Idea, guys.
It's a whole thing. But if anyone wants to get in on if anyone wants to invest,
let me know. I got plans.
We have ideas. They're really minimal plans and ideas, but they're there.
That's what you think.
Okay. Let's go for number 2. So this is the one that I actually did not know about. Saw it and my mind was blown and I would love to do it.
Okay. I think I know which one it is.
What is it?
I don't want to say it in case I throw you off your groove, so you go and I'll let you know.
Okay. You can take a cake decorating class at Amaret's Patisserie.
That's super cool. That's not the one that I was thinking.
I know exactly what you think it was, and we'll get there.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about that one.
So Amaret's Patisserie is a bakery at Disney Springs. Mm-hmm. Layman's terms, it is a high-end bakery.
Yeah.
It's fancy schmancy. That's my high-end terminology.
That's your vocab word of the day.
Your vocab word of the day is fancy schmancy. As in, Amaret's Patisserie is fancy schmancy. Can you use it in a sentence? So.
Can you spell it, please?
Fansie. So, decorating a cake at Amaret's Patisserie. This is a full class that you take. It is a 90-minute course. For 2 people, it costs $99, and that includes 2 people and 1 cake.
Big asterisk. 1 cake.
one cake. You can pay extra. For another $50, you get another cake to decorate.
Yeah, so that just depends on who you're going with, I think, whether that's worth it or not. I think if we did it, it would be worth it.
For a second cake?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't think you would let me decorate.
I would let you decorate. I would let you... maybe, okay. So, it is the classic dome cakes that you see around Walt Disney World, like the fancy... the fancy schmancy ones. That look like Mickey Mouse. Like, sometimes they're just like chocolate. But
usually you'll see them, they're littler. Like, you'll see the mini versions of them, but this class is you make, like, the big cake.
Yeah, it's like the big cakes that you can order for special events. Like, you have them delivered to your room if it's a birthday. You have them delivered to a restaurant, that kind of thing. Yeah. That you can special order them. So, this class, like I said, $200 for 2 people. Let's say you have 3 people. It's another $200.
You gotta have another group.
It's $200 whether you have 1 person or 2 people. So that is definitely something to consider when you're doing it. It's a full culinary experience. You learn how to decorate the cakes. They give you some cool information about what you're doing, why you're doing it. You learn a little bit about Disney Springs while you're there. And then ready for the big thing that makes this worth it to me. Like, this is why I'm like, wait, $200 for 90 minutes is not that bad. Okay, so you take the cake home. Obviously. Obviously. No one's buying our cake.
I beg to differ. I think we could make a good cake.
I think we could too. Remember we did that cookie decorating thing and we totally won, but your family didn't pick ours as the winner?
Yeah.
Like, we made that beautiful.
I remember.
And, okay, so the other thing that makes it really worth it, back to the podcast, sorry. It comes with as Disney words it, a bevy of beverages.
Fancy schmancy bevy.
Fancy schmancy. So, you get specialty coffees, teas, and water, and select alcoholic beverages. All included in this $200 for 2 people.
Which I'm assuming, since this is mostly during the morning time, from what I understand, is probably mimosas?
Probably. It doesn't say. I'm assuming they do that in case they have to make any changes.
Yeah.
Throughout the day.
Mimosas are easy, though, so I would assume that would be probably one of your options.
Probably. I would say so.
Yeah.
But I just feel like this is a really good deal.
It's a good deal, and it's super fun sounding.
Yeah. It's at 9:15 in the morning. Disney Springs isn't even open yet when you're getting there. So you get to walk through a nice empty Disney Springs. Something to keep in mind when you consider that. That means the buses probably aren't going to Disney Springs yet at that time. It's 9:15. A bus is not going. When Disney Springs, the first store isn't until 10 a.m. that it's opening. So keep that in mind. It's really helpful if you're maybe staying at Saratoga Springs or Old Key West and can kind of just like get over there.
Yeah.
But that's something to consider when you're booking it. Are you going to be able to get there? Are you going to have to Uber? How much is the Uber going to cost if you don't have a car? All that fun stuff to consider. But all in all, I think this sounds so fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a great time, and I would definitely be in to do it.
Perfect. Let's do it. It sounds like the perfect thing for adults in Disney. For couples who are going, maybe girls on a friend trip or guys on a friend trip. Like it doesn't sound like something to do if you have kids. I actually do think there might be an age restriction.
I believe it was 5.
Yeah, so you have to be at least 5 years old if you want to do it. So, but like... Are you bringing your 5-year-old with this? This is like, they're real cakes. Like, it's not decorating a cupcake. It's not decorating, like you're not at Joanne's taking a class. Like, this is the real dome cakes that are like, they're the good.
Yeah. I imagine this would be like a good thing if you were doing like a honeymoon in Disney or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it'd be a fun activity to do that's not going to the parks.
Also good for, let's say you are going with your full family and you get a date day. Like, we went with my entire family. There was so many of us. Like, that would have been a perfect, like, hey, we're sneaking away from all of these children that aren't ours. And we're going to go do this in the morning.
Take them back.
Here's your kid. I'm out. Or if you do have your kids there, maybe you have the grandparents. Leave them with the grandparents and go in the morning. I mean, if you time it right, it could be during their nap.
Yeah.
Or if you're the grandparents there, sneak away and go do this. Go have some fun and do this. And it's 90 minutes. If you do have to leave your kids with somebody, you're maybe leaving them 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Could be worse.
Could definitely be worse. So, I think this is a crazy worth it one, and this is the one that made me want to do this episode because I saw it and I was like, what is this? This is so cool. I want to do this now. That's also a fun one to do if you're doing a parkless trip.
Yeah.
Like, add that to the list of things to do if you're just, like, trying to enjoy, like, Disney Springs and the resorts.
Which I believe we did an episode on.
Yeah, a few times, I think. We've done it a few different versions of the same idea of a parkless Disney day or a parkless Disney trip. We've had parkless Disney days that we've done, like, full recap episodes on. Yeah. So, you guys go ahead and check them out. You can learn some stuff to do.
Another option.
Oh, and I want to clarify for the capture your moment, the photography, you do need a park pass. You can't just go in and do that and then leave. You have to still have a park ticket and a park pass in order to do those photo shoots.
That is good information to have.
I thought it and then forgot to say it. Sorry, real quick, going back to the thing about transportation. They're also, if you're doing things that are on Disney property and you have reservations and you already paid for it, like for instance when you golf on Disney property, you can get a free cab. Disney will cover it. 99% sure they'll do that for this.
I haven't had an issue as far as golf is concerned. So
yeah, if you tell them I need a cab to here, 99% sure they cover it. Especially if you look at their website, it says guests staying on Disney resort hotels can check with concierge for available transportation. So I don't want to say you can do that, but it never hurts to ask before you pay for your own Uber or your own cab. Say, I have this reservation. Will Disney cover my transportation to there? Can I get a cab from here to there? Because if you're staying on property and you're golfing, they'll cover it. So. And
if you do it with a smile, they might help you out.
Please. But yeah, so if you want to do this, you can make a reservation. You actually do need a reservation. You can check the availability right on the website and just go ahead and pick if you want to do it. Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Are you so excited?
Yeah, because I didn't, I don't know why it didn't register to me that this was something that you could possibly do. And the organization behind it, I feel like, has to be, pretty solid. So, at Typhoon Lagoon, you can actually go full-on surfing. Not, wakeboarding, not, a flow rider for anyone who's familiar with those if you've been on a cruise. Full-on surfing at Typhoon Lagoon. And I believe they do it in the morning and the evening before and after park open and close, correct?
Yes.
Reservations, I think, are highly encouraged, but you don't need them.
Yeah, Open Surf actually says nothing about reservations. Okay. You just have to be at the park gate early enough to sign your waiver.
So you can do Open Surf, which is you and a bunch of random people, or you can actually reserve a time for you and a group of, I believe it's up to 25 people.
So it's 25 people, and you can add more people, but you have to pay in increments of 5.
Okay.
Past that 25. So if you have 26, you pay the 5-person fee.
Gotcha.
Which these fees, guys, whoo.
Yeah, but if you think about it, they're turning on a large part of the water park, and they're making waves.
Honestly, when I start throwing out numbers at you guys in a minute or two, I don't think it's that expensive considering what it is as far as for the private surf.
Yeah.
For the Open Surf, I mean, surfing in general is an expensive sport, so it makes sense. So if you do Open Surf in the morning, it's from 6:45 to 9:45 in the morning. If you want to do the evening Open Surf, it's 30 minutes after the park closes and goes for 3 hours.
Yeah.
What you have to do is, first of all, you have to pay $229 in the morning. Mm-hmm. Sunday through Thursday, if you go in the evening, it's $249. Friday and Saturday, $289, and you have to pay fully when you book it. So to book that, or if you have questions about it, so I guess you kind of need a reservation because you have to book it so that you can prepay. So you have to email Typhoon Lagoon, or there's a phone number that you can call. It's actually 407 WW Surf. So you could do that. But what you do is you show up and you have to bring your own board and your own towel. And you're guaranteed 10 waves. If there's not a lot of people there, you could get more. But you're only guaranteed 10.
And that's for $200 and something dollars?
$229 if you go in the morning.
That's a lot.
That is, what, $22 a wave?
I guess if you are really good at surfing and you can make it worth it.
You can make the most out of every wave. And private surf. Are we ready for this one?
This one sounds fun.
This is crazy. This is like something like a business I think could do.
Yeah.
If there was like some kind of business where like Hurley
But imagine if you had like enough friends
who surfs.
and you could just do like this as like a friend thing.
Can you pull your calculator out so we can do the math on
Sure, I got it.
on if it's more worth it to just rent the private if you have 25 friends?
Yeah.
People have 25 friends.
Yeah, that's a lot of friends. I think I
Who
have
all
6.
surf. I mean, it includes spectators. So, all right. So let's say that you were doing a private surf. Timing is still the same. It's still going to be 6:45 to 9:45 in the morning, or 30 minutes after. There's going to be 100 waves is the starting rate of waves.
Yeah.
25 friends, like we said. If you have 26 to 30 friends, add $90. If you have 31 to 35 friends, add $180. And then 36 to 40, add $270. So it keeps doubling.
Yeah. 100 waves, no matter what, though.
100 waves, no matter what. That's the base price. In the morning is going to get you it's going to cost you $1,200.
Okay.
For 100 waves and
Okay.
25 people.
Okay.
So do a 1,200 divided by 25.
48.
It's $48 a person.
Yeah.
That's significantly cheaper.
Well, you're only
But
getting 4 waves.
Yeah, they wouldn't be guaranteed. Yeah. Okay. Wait. So.
Because 100 waves by 25 people is only 4 waves. But if that does include spectators, then you can start to make it a little more worth it, although they probably won't pay the $48 just to sit there and watch you surf. So, I don't know.
They might. Okay, if you do the evening surf. So if you do the base one, 100 waves, then that's going to cost you $1,300. If you want 125 waves, add 300 more. If you want 150, add 600 more.
Okay.
And that's Sunday through Thursday. It's more expensive on the weekends. It's $1,500, and then you have to add $350, and then add $700. So it is more expensive if you want it on the weekends. But you have to remember, you're renting out this entire water park. You can hook up to their music, which I think is so cool. You can bring in your own food and beverages. No alcohol.
Notable.
No alcohol. Just kidding. Don't bring alcohol. The fact that you can hook up to their music, I think, is pretty cool. You get to pick the playlist. And then you can bring in your own food, or you can actually arrange with them for them to have food there for you. So you can prepay for meals for people to have, like, you can make this a full event. Like, this could be like a birthday party. You can get married there.
Do they take
My
pictures
reception
for
was
you?
at Typhoon Lagoon. Oh, that is an excellent question. So you can actually pay to have a photographer there. And the photographer comes from the ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Oh, so they're sports photographers.
They are sports photographers.
That's
cool. That's $300 to add that on.
Okay. But for a sports photographer, that's not bad.
Yeah, I really, I don't think it's terribly priced considering what it is.
Yeah. It sounds like a lot of fun.
If we could surf.
Yes.
Can I boogie board? I can flow rider. It's probably so different.
So different.
So the flow rider's still on the ground. This is a full-on, you are in the wave.
Yeah.
So, because they used to do surf lessons, which is what I was originally looking for to be able to talk about.
Uh-huh.
But I couldn't find any information on it, so I don't think they do it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, they might just not have someone that's able to teach lessons right now.
I don't know. So if I'm wrong, can someone please correct me? Because I could not find it anywhere. But I found so much information on the private parties and the open surf, which all sound awesome. Private parties, you also need to bring your own board and your own towels. Mm-hmm. I think it's really funny.
Own board is a little weird. That's a lot to have to transport.
Yeah, I was thinking own towels was weird.
Yeah, I guess.
They have all those towels there. They're like, sorry, you're on your own. Makes me laugh. But was all of the information as exciting as you thought it would be?
It sounds like a lot of fun. I would definitely do it if I could surf.
If I could surf. Well, if they ever bring back the surf lessons, or if someone messages us or emails us to let me know that there is surf lessons.
We can try that.
We'll look into it. Or we can go do surf lessons on an actual beach, because we don't live far from beaches.
Then there's sharks and stuff, and I don't want to deal with that.
No, they put sharks in the wave pool at Typhoon Lagoon just for this.
They do that.
They want it to be real realistic for people.
You surf better when you're
you're terrified. Just remember, you don't have to swim fast. Just faster than the slowest person.
I'm a damsel. I'm in distress.
I can handle this. All right, do you want to do the next one? Or you want me to do it?
You got it.
Okay. Thanks, because I'm excited about this one. So, things you didn't know you could do at Walt Disney World. Everyone knows just about there is dessert parties at Walt Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
They are in the parks. They are pretty pricey. You get desserts, usually alcohol and beverages, coffee, tea, all that fun stuff, and you get a private viewing spot for the fireworks. The one I want to talk about specifically today that you might not have known that you can do is actually called the Fairy Tale Fireworks. It's a sparkling dessert cruise. Ooh, so it takes place on the ferry. You don't need a park pass reservation or a park ticket in order to do this one, to see the fireworks for this one. And it's a dessert party. It's $130 for an adult, $80 for a kid. That's with tax and gratuity. And it's a full dessert party. As they say, climb aboard one of Disney's most iconic ferry boats on an unforgettable evening on the Seven Seas Lagoon.
This sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think this sounds more fun than the ones in the park?
I don't know. I think it would be a fun one to experience, for sure, because I do like the ferry boat.
Okay, now, second question. So this is a full dessert party. Would you rather do this, or would you rather get a pontoon boat and have your own private party?
Probably a pontoon boat. If it was an appetizer party instead of a dessert party, then I would rather do that.
Okay. The pontoons, they do give you, like, snacks and stuff.
You can bring your own stuff on the pontoons, can't you?
I know you can on a normal day, like if you rented a pontoon, you could bring out like food and alcohol. Just the driver, whoever's driving it, can't be drinking the alcohol.
Yeah.
For their specialty cruises, they do include like the snacks and soft drinks. They also include banners. So if it's someone's birthday, they'll put those up, but you have to request it. You have to tell them it's someone's birthday or an event, and then they'll put those up, like balloons and stuff like that too.
Like on the side of the ferry boat?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's like all exciting when they come up and you see a happy birthday sign and balloons and all the snacks are there.
That's cool.
Yeah, they decorate it real nice. Just remember, tip your pontoon driver.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The pontoons, probably a better deal. If we're being totally honest. It's only snacks and soft drinks. It's not the same thing. But it's an hour and 15 minutes early. I'm sorry. But you go out before the fireworks start. They kind of take you on like a little cruise around. Your pontoon driver might give you like some little fun facts, like a tour of the area. You get to watch Happily Ever After. And the max it's going to cost is $500 plus tax for up to 10 people.
So $50 a person.
So $50 a person.
It's
but if
not
we talk about the fairy tale one, that one's going to be $130 per adult, like Disney adults, so 10 and up, like Disney standard adult.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to eat $80 worth of desserts.
But you have to remember, there's still snacks on the pontoon.
True.
So, like, it's... If that's how you're trying to figure out the math, it's still a little... I mean, those snacks aren't as extravagant, I'll say, as the desserts. They're pretty, like, more basic snacks, but yeah. And then there is alcohol with the $130 one. So if you're going on the ferry boat, there is alcohol. So I don't know. It really, I think
that's tough.
It's tough. I think the ferry boat is probably a more. I'd go pontoon.
I probably would go pontoon as well.
I wanted to talk about the ferry boat because I think that it's a really cool experience and not many people know that you can have. I feel like more people know about the pontoon option.
I agree.
That could just be my brain and your brain being skewed from me working at the Polynesian, which is one of the spots it leaves from, and having a bunch of friends who drove the pontoon boats for that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But yeah, I feel like more people know as far as that. The pontoon boats are going to leave from a resort. The ferry boat is going to leave from the transportation and ticket center. But like the ferry boat, you get there, you get a drink, you get on the boat, you get a little backstory on the boat. They give you all this information, like, and then you get to watch the fireworks. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going pontoon. Final answer. It's cheaper. Okay. There's snacks, there's soft drinks, and it's private.
Yeah, private is nice.
Like, that's fun to just be with your group of people.
Yeah.
People get engaged on there. People celebrate birthdays and anniversaries. Like, it's just something fun to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going pontoon boat's the better one. Sorry guys, I know I came in really excited about that and then just completely quit on it in the middle of it.
I'm sure there's plenty of people that are more excited about the ferry boat.
Okay, but as far as dessert parties go, Because this is comparable to like the Magic Kingdom dessert party. That's where I don't put the pontoon boat and the ferry boat in the same class of thing. Like if I had to pick between the two, they're both a boat ride to watch the fireworks at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I would pick the pontoon boat. But if I was picking between dessert parties, I would pick this over Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
I wouldn't leave Magic Kingdom to do it. I would do this on a day that I don't have a park ticket.
Gotcha.
I would start my morning at Amaranth's Patisserie and end it on the ferry boat.
Good day.
I'd go surfing.
Expensive day.
Oh yeah, we're only the best. But I would pick this if I had to pick because the pricing is about the same. And this feels like a more magical experience to me. Like it's a more like I did that experience. Like that's something different that not everyone does.
The ferry boat would feel like a party though, which would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree. Almost like it's like a cocktail party at sea. Like you got the alcohol, you got the snacks. Also, I feel like I eat my way through Magic Kingdom, and I would feel like I'd have to hold back if I knew I had a dessert party coming up.
You probably would.
Yeah, and like alcohol wise too, like I wouldn't like. I don't know. I would pick the ferry boat
over Magic Kingdom.
Over Magic Kingdom. Yeah, but I would pick pontoon boat over ferry boat. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Sorry. All right, last one. Last one for the night. Then we're calling it on you guys. You're going to have to come back for part 2 if you want to learn more about things you didn't know you could do at Walt Disney World.
Yeah. So this one doesn't really appeal to me necessarily, but I know a lot of people like it.
This
so we're
appeals
going
to
to talk about it.
This appeals to me 100%.
You can go to Epcot at La Cava Experience and do a tequila tasting.
La Cava Experience is the name of the tequila tasting.
Where's it at?
La Cava de Tequila. Wait, no, La Cava de... Oh my goodness. Where?
See, it's not just me.
No, it's La Cava de Tequila. Yeah, I had it right.
Oh, okay.
It just didn't sound right after reading La Cava Experience.
It's the La Cava Experience at La Cava del Tequila.
Wow, you took Spanish and that's how you just said that?
How else do you want me to say it?
Is it a hard del? La Cava. I don't know. I took Italian.
Well, there's an L, so yeah.
Salud. So what this is a tequila tasting with the bartenders at La Cava del Tequila, with the bar in Epcot, in the Mexico Pavilion, in the pyramid in Epcot. They have La Cava de Tequila. In there with the bartenders, you get a private tequila tasting. It does not say how many you get, but the photo that they show on their website shows 7 shots of tequila.
That's a lot.
That'll get you.
That'll get you somewhere.
That'll get you there. It's $180, and this is actually one of the only experiences on Walt Disney property that includes tip.
Yeah.
In that price. Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah.
Right? I thought that was pretty cool.
What's not that cool is that you're paying $180 for what we're assuming to be 7 shots of tequila.
How much is that per shot?
Like 20.
20 something a shot?
Something.
Yeah, no, that sounds right. Normally it'd be like 10 to 12, then we like add the Disney price. So what they do is they give you these different shots of tequila. You taste them. They tell you what you should be looking for and all that fun stuff. And they give you things that pair with it. For instance, everyone knows the classic tequila and lime.
Yeah.
So they might give you, based off this photo, they might give you tequila and cinnamon. Tequila and orange.
Interesting.
Now I could see tequila and orange pairing really good.
Probably. Any kind of citrus I feel like might work.
Yeah. Anything sweet, because tequila is just like sugar.
Yeah.
So anything sweet I think would be nice. But you get to do this, and what a lot of people don't know is that when you do this, you get to try some tequila that is completely exclusive to this bar.
Like, this is the only place you can get it ever.
In the world.
Yeah.
The only place in the world that you can get it, and you get it when you do this tequila sampling. So $180, that is per person. It's not for 2, that's per person. So we got 2 people going, you're paying $360 plus tax, but not plus gratuity.
Uh-huh.
And you get 14 shots.
So, I don't know if you know the answer to this, but the tequila that you can only get here, is there a way to get that out of here? Like, can I buy a bottle of it for the ride home? Not for the ride home, but like,
Can I buy a bottle of it for the plane?
can I buy a bottle for
I'm
the
gonna
road?
chug it before I go through security.
Like, can you buy a bottle and have them like ship it to your house, or is there a way to get this tequila besides this one shot that you're paying $180 for?
I'm gonna go with no.
That's wild.
I don't know the answer, honestly. That's just my guess, is
I
that
was just
there
curious
wouldn't be if they're claiming that it's nowhere else in the world. But then again, why would they have you sample it and not...
Yeah, like I imagine they would just like limit how many you could get. You know what I mean? Like you could get like 2 bottles. That way you can't try to resell it.
What do you think that would cost?
I don't know.
For an exclusive bottle of tequila in general is expensive.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what an exclusive bottle of tequila costs.
A lot. I'm gonna say $750. I just pulled that number out of the air. I have no idea how much.
Straight out of thin air. All right.
I don't buy tequila, so I don't know how much it costs.
I have good news though.
What?
The experience includes chips and guac, so that 180 kind of pays out.
Perfect. Now I gotta just figure out how to eat $180 worth of chips and guac.
Okay, guac's also expensive. Could so do that. That's not gonna be that hard. You can do it. I believe in you.
I'll try my best.
They didn't say unlimited chips and guac. They just said chips and guac.
It's unlimited.
We don't know that, but we'll pretend. But yeah, so there's the tequila tasting. This is something you can do. Then this is another one that you need an Epcot reservation for. You need an Epcot ticket. You got to be in the park to do this. You can't just go in for this and then leave. Like anything else that you do in the parks, you need the reservation.
Yeah. So is this something you have to have a reservation for to get to the tasting, or can you just walk up and tell them you want to do a tasting?
So reservations are encouraged.
Okay.
So if there's no one doing it or they have the availability, you may be able to just walk up. You can literally just check the availability right online though and see if you can get a reservation. I just clicked it right now just for fun to see. But it is encouraged that you have them and you don't just walk up. Honestly, if you just walk up, they might just tell you go look online.
Yeah.
Hey, pull your My Disney experience out and see if anything's available to book it. So, and you have to be 21 to do this one.
Yeah. No, obviously.
Sorry. So, of the 5 things we talked about today, what is the one that if you could surf, you would do?
I think that would be really fun. And like you said, I think it's because of the fact that you can pipe the music in, whatever music you want. Seeing as how I can't surf, my next option would have to be the cake, because I think it would be really fun.
Mine's the cake. If I had to do one, that one takes the cake.
Ha! That's a knee slapper.
So funny. Yeah, that's mine though. I'd really like to do that, and I think we're going to. So stay tuned.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like next time we go to Disney, we're decorating a cake.
Spending $200 on cake.
We've spent more on less.
True.
So.
True.
And alcohol. I got alcohol.
That's
and
true.
Coffee and tea and stuff. You drink tea.
Not $200 worth of tea.
No, but you gotta subtract the cake. You gotta subtract the experience points. You subtract some of the
Tea
alcohol.
is so cheap.
What?
Tea is so cheap.
Yeah, but then like Disney tea. At a fancy schmancy bakery. It's gonna cost more. like above Starbucks tea.
I've never had Starbucks tea.
No,
I don't think they
just
have
price
hot tea.
wise.
They do have hot tea.
They definitely have hot tea.
They have like plain hot tea. They don't have good stuff.
Okay, well, we want to know from you guys. Let us know what you want to do of this list. Let us know if you knew them, or if we did surprise you and told you some things that you didn't know that you could do at Walt Disney World. If you want to let us know these things, find us on social media. We are at Spill the D Podcast. And remember, if you want to do these things, check out 407 and Beyond. The agents can book it for you.
Yeah.
They can make it happen.
407.
Check them out. And until next week, we will
See you at the castle.